Yo, Yamamo, Aquaba Strong, so eba POG Media, so yes, Safi no aba. Oba subscribe na wa like H0t Media no e my obetmen so H0t Media no na afoforo enso ensa akabe. Please click on the notification bell no so send be the news be able to platform no so a onso wo hunu de air call and the air ba yambo yomra yensem no na yem find some to do na no enye de embrewa ye bo e de evra ye Okudzeto ye ablakwa na kache ne de or de H0t Exp0sẹ bi ababontin to say the latest one crown on Brian the champion or the abed or the abetu ijana or chimu say a meribin po mumpuno or a day or call court equaye a yenoma be it's ya a year NPP executives be not just say enya grodin there to eja or you so attack a Fred Blay and then a batch as or monso a view or more a year abay and answer or more year a year or my Ghana yen a Japan a basabas or then some do na a day a good giant court in Concotti.
A MP for North Town na yanino and train come on. Honorable Mimwachi.
Yo me Joseph Minia, we have a call.
Boko na uswe.
Nyamiadum.
Concerning sa snake 4 years or more floody one share in a list of hotels no near the idea. Now one de Akroma Rock City hotels. Sanyamano. Yes, so unravel another secrets being in your man, maybe more. The person can only a tip for such. So far, let us net saying.
Yo, me that's the kind, my main chairman, my main chair for you the latest development, and it's a petition now, medical H0t, the Commission on Human Rights and Administrative Justice, H0t for H0t, Adia, Mame, and all the persons involved and institutions involved. So, or more, I started or more investigations into H0t Krata, the Mame. So, me stand by and I mean, the investigation documents now me one member or more copies H0t Krata Akroma Snake for and the Honorable Brad Champion. And the latest on the H0t front, and it's H0t for more starting on investigations. Now the H0t for investigating the blatant conflict of interest. Under the Ghanaian Constitution, Article 284, a public official must not put himself or herself in a position where his public office conflicts with his private interests for private gain. In the H0t for a more key mandate, which Article 287 of the Constitution, Omona Omo to me say investigative matters to do with conflict of interest. Na Ubekaya in the Anane ruling of 2006, Omo outlining what they mean by conflict of interest, how they understand it, and how they, as it were, ensure that public officials, public officer, will be conducted in ways that will not, as it were, undermine public trust and conflict with your private interests. And the principles have been well outlined, Okain and in a case now in the 2006 ruling. There are other issues at H0t, so as I said, or more a year declaration on OSHA Articles 78 and Articles 98 of the Constitution. A very clear, we are minister and we are MP. Not who hold an office of profit, who engage in this kind of business transactions now. We hear permission from the speaker, as I said, who apply to the committee of members holding profit. Now
you want Honorable, Minimum say other members of members no more parliament no. Bebre wo businesses. Now wama fasa process mu.
Yes, or more businesses or more hold the office of profits. Answer na me question no. Mature Krata command the clerk of the committee on members holding profits. Public information also be to me actual Ghana and India be to me actual and you get the list. Ube who say MPs and ministers 47 and more apply speak of parliament ama or more the permission. The Honorable Brian Champon leading and Kahon into were violating the Constitution, were breaching Article 78 and Article 98 of the Constitution.
Now, I Honorable Article 78, you know, said you can it's ABA or no on your director of the company or only company, but on your director, on your MD. I want us to say.
Brilliant question. And also no Matumi has secure all the incorporation documents, the articles of incorporation of Rock City Hotel Limited. The Honorable Brian Champon, or one of two directors, or more directors in Yenupe.
One of the directors?
Yes, or one of the directors, one of two directors, to hold the board of directors meeting, Unya Nipa Mienu, for that meeting to be valid. Okahon. Yes, there are only two directors. In addition to that, OSHA articles of incorporation company was shareholder Bakope. The sole shareholder. In addition to that, OSHA articles of incorporation the beneficial owner. In the Rock City Hotel, if they make profit, Sikabia Ombenyano, Onunkwana Baneho, Onunkwana or benefit. And the claims or your non-executive director and no your MD, those things don't wash, cannot hold water. And Shraj be inquire into all of these matters. Look, it is very, very clear to me, sir. The air possible on my way are public officials, ministers of state, turn round to buy state assets. Utie ministers, NPP communicators, or mostly state assets way and hotels way embossment has become a drain and profitable. It's not worthwhile. Into yanto. Meanwhile, idea more mostly enye are more tono. You turn around to buy it yourselves. How I mean, where does this happen?
Oh, now
where in the world? Meanwhile, Minia, you better no crepa. Look, I have put out latest documents media to you. A financial statement of Labadi Beach Hotel. On himself, contrary to the claims by NPP propagandists and a for statement now issue on the 19th of May, hotels where they are struggling and that they need capital injection and efficiency. On himself, financial statements carried out financial statements with ABA roadside accounting firm BO, the globally celebrated Deloitte, the financial statements, the accounts of Labadi Beach Hotel. On himself, Deloitte for Eddie Atuja, the latest documents are not published. Say Labadi Beach Hotel is so liquid, is so profitable. Many of they say Labadi Beach cash reserves. Sika
now Labadi Beach Hotel said there is
54 let me put out this number.
Okay.
Very important number. Cash reserves 54.8 million Ghana cedis. Cash. They don't touch it. Cash reserves 54.8 million. Cash almost. They are so liquid. They don't have liquidity challenges. In addition to that, 2023 profit omoyeye 158 million Ghana cedis. Profit
Profit.
And that is an increase from 70 million the previous year. 2022, no, it was 70.7 million. 2023, just last year, 158 million Ghana cedis. Labadi Beach Hotel in
but 2022
last year,
2022, no, how many are saying?
70.7 million Ghana cedis in profit. Yes. And at 2023, they've more than doubled it.
Wow.
To 158 million Ghana cedis. How many Ghanaian government-run institutions and make it profits are 158. Deloitte, and in America, the Deloitte financial statement. And then in addition to that, OSHA corporate social responsibility, and the vulnerable, the underprivileged, it keeps going up. Increasing from 100,000 almost spending 100,000 cities to 299,000 cities. The vulnerable, the supportive scholarships and all of that. Labadi Beach Hotel. In addition to that, last year, Omotia dividend to government 25 million Ghana cedis. A dividend. Say, government of Ghana, Monje, Monfan supporti ejuma moya. Because hotels no yenina yedia, Ghanaian workers sika ena yedisi ye. Enti Ghana for nyina adia. Enti yaye profiter, government of Ghana, mudienye, dividend ye, 25 million. The previous year, 10 million. OSHA financials now Deloitte for year no. The Omobetia this year no, will be higher than the 25 million because Omo profit no Sura Neko.
So why the rush? See a beton.
Brilliant question. Brilliant question. And that is the question we are all asking. In media documents now mehu, evidence now mehu no. I am clear in my mind, sir. A buying penny for someone who said, hey, Labadi Beach, this is a cash cow. Sikawa hopa. You per se, you privatize it. We want to annex it. We want it to become ours. Until all those claims of why you say, oh, these are struggling hotels, we don't need it, yang tong and all of that. No. If it's a struggling hotel, Argentina, more taking the decision, more better. And now the evidence has exposed them. All the statements are more to just say, oh, these are struggling entities. They need capital injection. Rather, no, when them say latest documents are intercepted from GRE. When they say company Biano every year they say we'll file it, we'll financial aid, yeah, exactly. Now, what you are with taxes? On them say Rock City Hotel, the much hyped Rock City Hotel, filings are more year. This year, 2024 for 2023, no, it reveals that they made losses. The irony is that
Wamu making losses.
Omu making losses. Omu making massive losses. And Rock City Hotel cannot compare itself to Labadi Beach Hotel. Okay. If any hotel should be swallowing the other, buying the other, no, a Labadi Beach and as I said, Rock City, not the other way around. What is going on here? This is clear state capture, Minia. Clear state capture. Because it doesn't make financial sense, it doesn't make economic sense, it doesn't make policy sense. I mean, and OSHA, even all the constitutional breaches, all the illegalities, the disregard for our procurement law. Already, no? OSHA, their organized labor for their Twitter. Say, on the board, more 4 reps on the board. Idea we start here, according to organized labor, issue a statement on the 20th of May. Organized labor, TUC 4 clock sack. Say, reps on the board, advise the street management to hold on, to stop the process, that they don't support it. Only say until my expose, no, organized labor, no, Mujin said the sale has been stopped. They didn't know that it was being finalized.
Like 15
If I had not exposed this matter, gone to Shraja, Anka, these hotels, Labadi, La Palm, Elmina, Buzia Beach, Ridge Royal, Airwalk, Strasbourg, all of them will have been sold. Meanwhile, organized labor, workers, your contribution, monthly deductions, and these state assets, it's all being packaged under opaque circumstances, being given to one politician. In China, Maker said the time has come as a country where or more taking advantage of loopholes, of gray areas. Politicians are who come and instead of expanding these state assets, increasing them for the next generation to benefit, who decides that they will annex them and privatize them, they will buy them, own them. As I say, you're banning. In China, mainly the efforts to have a new law in Ghana. It's a private members bill. You're done for Professor Kwekuaza or Bawumia. He has agreed to lead the team of lawyers we've put together. Drafty and will publish our first draft for Ghanaians to make an input. You ban this business of politicians and politically exposed persons buying state assets. It is unconscionable. It's unpatriotic. It is indecent. And
a precedent in history whereby Mikasa Mampenku for time what the divestiture implementation program by no quite a different kakra say state a year companies are not underperforming at the idea no yes yeah man could be and when similar and a sipai.
Oh, who shared the history of divestiture? We have a long history since the NDC time. Also, as a country, we have been behaving like spoiled children for a long time. Akroma see many factories and industries, over 400. After the 24 February 1966 coup, governments that came after Akroma are there in managing those state assets. The divestiture has a long history. Now, Obekaya was under PNDC addressing almost 30 of the divestiture implementation committee.
Wow, Uguswa we had a wuti Jubedino Edema, and this is an interesting story. I remember I say, I have been shocked, and wow. These are the things that is going on in Ghana, a democracy, our government in power, and no matter when the echo, when see her, he and our way, they will be no, I the etienne, so in some panady, and I'll be now where they will be seeing. So please, Mr. On subscribing and subscribing and like age mediano, the shade you mediano, and mouth for and so answer and Kabi Okudzeto at one some so adding some Dodona at two giant court near Kokuti.
And then now, under President Akuffo, we have SIGA. We no longer have the Divestiture Implementation Committee. But this discussion about conflict of interest, over Kaipa, PNDC Abreso, Mekaise, when 31st December Women's Movement declared interest in Nsawam Cannery, over Kaya, the NPP, issued strong statements and even protested. Car said 31st December Women's Movement is the group linked to the NDC and linked to the NDC, and that it smacks of conflict of interest. And so or more apply to purchase the Nsawam Cannery. It is surprising to me, sir, the argument that we are now making and the principled position we are taking. Some people are making it look as if a new people are here, they cannot understand. When in some previous era, no, when it was even an organization not so direct, to a sitting minister, no, the NPP thought that there were major concerns that should not be glossed over. The issue now, a minister of state, multi-cabinet, more take it, because there is no way Senate ever resolve it or more Kotonya hotels, 60% stake in our hotels. The hotels now, they are state assets without cabinet approval, without cabinet giving a final say. It is not possible. Kai say, buying and the government who appoints the board chair, who appoints majority of the board. These are all appointees of the president, and they will always seek the blessing of cabinet, of the president, and some are more finalizing Yama way. And you have a minister of state. Indiana all the coalition of civil society organizations against corruption. This is blatant conflict of interest. Now it has to stop. And look, some of us are only being consistent. Ubekaya, some 16 years ago, Madam for Dr. Mane Bawumia, you called Supreme Court, you say, Yonabu Jekubeche Bilamte or Tony Bangalo. Ubekaya, we went to the Supreme Court and said that it was bad, it was not in the national interest, it is conflict of interest, because how can a minister decide, sir, Bangalo na yediamano as a duty post or no dear, home free mubium or talk? If that was happening since the Akroma era, previous ministers, almost Tomu Bangaloa, what will have been left for him to occupy and work?
Okay.
We have always, some of us have been consistent, and some people have made it look some personal issues with the Honorable Brad Champo, and it is, if like a certain hidden agenda, Debbie. I have been very consistent on this matter. I have gone as far as the Supreme Court. I have always said, sir, politicians, politically exposed persons should not participate in the sale of state assets. It's a principal position. Indiana may lead the efforts to have a private members law on this matter, so that we will even clear all gray areas, close all loopholes, block all loopholes, and make sure, sir, this will never ever happen in my history, whether the NDC is in power or whoever is in power, because any idea ever or minor. Look, these are prime assets. Labadi Beach Hotel. Made the latest information they are told you say Labadi Beach Hotel about the year, the only beach hotel in the world. They don't control their beachfront. What themselves Freddie Blair, or
is the only hotel in the world that the
only beachfront hotel. Your friend Labadi Beach Hotel. Now, so they don't control their beachfront.
How?
Because former national chairman of the NPP, Nipa Kwawosima Blay, according to court documents, Basicure published over the last few days, and any business partner, Okudzeto Kwawosima Blay, that's Freddie Blay's son, Astabino in the back. Business idea of the buyers or Munko rented the beachfront with Labadi. They signed a joint venture agreement. Unknown to Labadi Beach Hotel and this business partner, your friend of Lois Divorce Jr. No? Mr. Watsumau Blay, called Watsumau Blay, Ako set up my own company, Exp0sẹ Limited. What take you over? What encroach on the land? Say no, or say he owns the land. Initially, no, the patrons to the Polo Beach Club, they come through the Labadi Beach Hotel frontage of the entrance. What what creating on one entrance. What take you over? I'll say Wakako, some people who claim to have some interest in the land and has sorted them out. What take you over? And as I speak to you, the Labadi Beach board, Labadi Beach Hotel board, are helpless. The board and the management, they are helpless. Yeah.
Big front, no. I can't hold that. No, say 1 year snit, a snit, a yomodia, in idea. No, one more map, and now be a wa, a chess, land the a clear the then a big front, no, a saco D, baby to send the power bunny, a court documenta, was okay.
Brilliant question. This is how they started. Year by year, the year of return, no? And company there, your friend of Gold Coast Expo. A year what's more Blay for the Blay panel. And Lois DeVos Jr. Lois DeVos Jr. say, oh no, the idea no buy, and they went to set up that company. They registered it 27 August 2019. And Omoko Labadi Beach Hotel Management there. Almost set up the Polo Beach Club, the entertainment extravaganza, and organizing at the beachfront. Then they almost share proceeds, they will share the profits. And according to the arrangement, they will use the Labadi Beach Hotel.
Now, a prior approval by the board of the Labadi Beach Hotel board, now.
Great question. Now, a management, it's later on, and a board, find it out. Then the board, launch an inquiry, leading to the dismissal of the then managing director, your friend Renee, because Renee and seeking approval from the board, and circumstances that led to the land from a beachfront, they losing control of their entire beachfront. Omo indicted said the MD was part of that conspiracy. It's Omo dismissed. And the Mineo Kata say that dismissed MD Renee is also in court. And they have also secured those court documents. On also all Kata when he was sacked, he is entitled to 40,000 euros as part of the contract. And he wants his money, even if he will not get his job back. But back to the circumstances leading to the loss of the beachfront. And the year 2019 event, 2021 event, said is so profitable. They then decided to cut out Labadi Beach Hotel. And the Mr. Wosima Blay, decided say Obe Kreti or Nwani entrance, away of hogwash. They are all cock and bull stories. We share evidence now. We share facts now. We share how one group has claimed the beachfront. Another person also wants the hotel. It's clear that the airport it's a scramble, a state capture that is going on. It's not about seeking the interest of Labadi Beach Hotel, the workers there, and Ghanaian workers generally. It has nothing to do with that. Who were cash cow, a very profitable entity. Okay. And there is a fight over it. That's what is going on.
Honorable, as it stands now, say how to process of say one more floody, one more share a woman. And now say
union leaders, President Kase Omukoshia Board, Omukoshia Minister of Employment. The attempt was made to convince the organized labor, but organized labor is resolute there. Deal, based on all the documents now available in some media, Twitter, and all of that. It cannot be in the national interest. Then they should back out. And there is now a stalemate. Until Omung finalize the deal, no year. Said they were just about to finalize the deal. Ushe payment plan, no cry, Omung agree with Rock City. I've also put out those because we intercepted memos which reveal they were going to give these hotels to the Honorable Brian Champon way below valuation. J4 Bekaya had already put out there, we have spent about $500 million on a transaction advisor to advise on this transaction. It is almost $500,000, about 7.1 million Ghana cedis. That transaction advisor and the advice, an evaluation report, SNIT is not taking it. 4 hotels now, and Usher the valuation, the minimum value should be from $80 million to $121 million. They were going to give it to Brian Champon for just $61 million. Just about half. And the deal, there was no value for money. No value for money in this deal. And the organized labor, they've made it clear to the president, to the minister, to the board, there, deal with and they are supported. It is to say what we have is a stalemate. We are expecting, say, President Akuffo announces, say, the deal is over. They are cancelling this whole arrangement. Hotels need. That is only what will make us, as it were, stop the agitation. But Yanya, a clear declaration from the president now, the agitation will continue. Plan is on the 18th of June, we will hold a massive demonstration to show our protest. Because what I'm saying, Shraj investigations, it doesn't serve as an injunction. It will not freeze the hand. If they want to go ahead, they can go ahead. Indian President Carr said, organized labor and co-share the board and the minister, hoping that organized labor can be convinced to change their minds. And so far, Yente says, Snake for announces that they are no longer selling. The Honorable Brian Champon, so on announcing he's withdrawing his interest. They are all still interested in this deal because it's such a juicy deal. When they see how profitable Labadi is, how profitable Rich Royal is, even the prime land, Usher, the beachfront for Elmina, for La Palma, Buzia, and all of that. There is such a clamor for it. And they are all still interested.
Senate
maintaining your agitation.
Senate are they under pressure from any quarters? And Sadia equals
very, very obvious. Usher, even the history of the way Labadi Beach Hotel, or Muluzi, or Beachfront Hotel, the beachfront land, the beachfront land. You can just tell, sir, there are very, very high hands, high unseen hands that are really pushing. And it is clear, sir. It is almost, because when you look at the books, you beer books no more. What kind of financial statements of these hotels are? Ridge Royal, Labadi Beach Hotel, Usher Omo assets. You look at their prime locations, Usher Omo goodwill, the brand. Look, Labadi Beach Hotel, Omo winning more awards in 5-star category. They are the most celebrated. Omo winning even Africa awards. Omo MD not long ago was awarded as the best hotelier in Africa. These are international brands, or more brand recognition. They have goodwill. And that is what people are clamoring for, people in high places, people in power. That is what is going on. It's state capture. It's clear. You don't need anybody to define it to you. It's very, very clear, very obvious. And as I say, sorry, all Ghanaian workers, the good people of this country, we must rise up. These are state assets because pension fund managers, they depend on long-term investment. Hotels where you're maintaining in the next 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, 40 years. Ghanaian workers retire. When they are retiring, they know that their pension fund manager, SNIT, has long-term investments that are more on retirement. Look, if SNIT is really concerned about investments that are not yielding, I can give them a tall list. If you look at SNIT books, there are many investments that are bad investments, and yes, SNIT is maintaining them, particularly in the transport sector. And This claim says we are trying to divest because these businesses are not profitable. And the facts have exposed them. And since I put out the financial statement, there has been no challenge from SNIT or from the government. They have been exposed.
Okay.
These are very profitable entities. Ghanaian workers, and we all must rise up and make sure we protect them. It will be most unfair, most unpatriotic, most unconscionable to allow these national assets to be hijacked by a few politicians. That must not be allowed.
Okay. Honorable Madam Sepan Masenyan Padiamount.
Yo.
Now, this is only Ghana so cry.
And it will quite a small operation.
Small operations.
Yeah.
And
in the national interest for God and country.
For God and country. I hope so. And yet, national cathedral, you know.
Na me sure so what dwumadie na so ahwe dwumadie no ebebedru sesembre on ka ona on che wahim na onye wo kese se ne be ya obi bia wo ye bia na be de besi wuye na wakoso na wahwe POG Media my POG Media. We always bring you the best of news just air trendy e Ghana ha and even beyond. Mr. Mo ye kai will say this year 2024 abato afe into no Mr. say just every just be about the elections in the near the bed, yet the bebrem was so young na yemfa other stories in the emblem macram.